everybody. I love you. Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on TCG University for the UniVersus game. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by
Travis, TNT Tangeman.
James.
And Michael.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled, is we have taken a bunch of your guys' UniVersus. I went back and listened to every single podcast. I have said UFS since day one. We have taken each and every one of your UniVersus questions as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So, before that, a little bit of housekeeping. If you like the show, please go out to patreon.com/TCGUniversity to get every single piece of content that we do an entirely week early. We just finished wrapping on our most recent campus championship, the Femme Fatale, where we had a mysterious character win. Probably not who you expected to have in the finals for a best of female characters.
I know it's not who I expected to be in the finals.
Also, because we didn't have Cassie in the mix, right?
Cassie or Jackie.
Cassie or Jackie, yeah.
Cassie or Jackie.
So yeah, make sure that you go out on Patreon and look at that. If you like the Patreon and want to be a big producer, a big supporter, this list of people, we've got Andrew Dang, Yari Melcourt, Clay Cardwell, Jay Rogers, Jerome Weeks, Justin Farst, Sean Bauman, Tyler Zane Pease, William Stoll, and Tracy Cardwell. Hi, Mom. Go out to Patreon, sub at the $5 level. If not, every single Patreon is going to have their name at the end of the video.
Yeah.
So, how's your guys' weeks in UFS?
Mine has been pretty good.
It sounds really good with how excited you are.
I went to LWG on Tuesday. I played Shane Duckworth's Kurama list out of Yu Yu Hakusho. Shout outs to him. It was pretty cool. I think Kurama definitely has legs underwater with Yin and Yang because Precise Blow is a busted card. Other than that, though, I had Solinka and Ivy built for the Femme Fatale tournament, and one of them did fine, the other apparently did not.
No, they both lost round one, right?
I don't know if that's true.
I don't think so.
Who did Ivy face round one?
Mishka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, then yeah, I guess.
Spoilers. Sorry.
But yeah. So those are pretty cool.
They were definitely cool. I piloted them. They were cool.
Other than that, I've just been working on Yoshimitsu and trying to refine that deck for the possible play at the Omaha PTC. That's about it.
James, how about you, man?
I've done nothing. I'm dying.
Yeah, James is not feeling very well, but we're doing a topic that he very much wants to do, and so he is.
There's
here.
more moisture on my body than in your cups combined, and I hate it.
Well, that's gross.
We paid him coming down here.
That's a real gross thing to say.
Blech.
How are you, Michael?
I'm doing pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
How was your week?
Yeah. All right, let's see. We made changes to Death Donovan, but we decided we're not going to play that. We made Death Katana. I think that list is super sweet, and I'd like to mess with it more, but I need to practice Air Torn, which is what I'm probably going to take to the PDC, because it's what I'm known for, and I have a lot of fun playing that deck, and I miss it. And then we built Milena under Void, and we're helping Jeff with the Death Lily.
Yeah.
We are doing a lot, and then we filmed the tournament series, and we have tons of content and deck profile coming out for you guys.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons. I've been pretty much primarily editing. I've played a couple more games with Jeddah. I've included now 3 Yu Yu Hakusho cards, and they're fine.
All 3.
They're fine. I've used one of them a bunch. I've used Kiko's Aid a bunch, and I've used Koenma's training none. Genkai's training. Sorry, Genkai's training none. But when it works, I bet it's gonna be real spicy.
I'm actually surprised you aren't running Spirit Gun in that deck.
I just don't. Honestly, I just don't need it. As crazy as it is, I feel like I just don't need more foundation destruction. I do believe that there is such a thing as too much foundation destruction. It starts to muddy up what it is that your deck can do. Your deck gets like, what happens whenever your opponent builds 4 Ageless and Wise on turn 1 or something along that line, or like you've got stuff that can't be destroyed or whatever. It's just like really
You have to
narrowing
play a
your
real
focus. Shut up. You have to like it really narrows your focus of like what the deck can do. And so why do that when I can spread out a little bit, you know?
I guess.
Not saying Foundation Destruction is not good. Plus, like my character already says it. So I've got some of my stuff in my deck that do it, but like I'm playing 8 cards that do Foundation Destruction. All the other cards capitalize off of my opponent having momentum, and so
Or you having momentum.
or me having momentum, and so yeah, fun stuff. So today's topic, today's entire show, more than likely is going to be this tier list. I think. Is there any way, Michael, for you to go and grab the mouse?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, and then I can scroll so that we all can see on the big screen UFS Ultra.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard. I don't know if it'll reach.
What?
I don't know if the mouse will reach.
Yeah, it will because we moved the TV.
Because you moved the TV.
Yeah, and so it is no longer. I've actually got this thing. Yep. We are good.
And then I got this ready.
That
no one else will see but us.
We'll save it and throw it up on
Yeah.
the
Patreon.
Yeah,
I
it'll
have
actually
every standard character
be
downloaded,
on the video. Wow, that's a bunch.
along with the My Hero characters, because they're not on UFS Ultra,
Okay.
and along with Super Skullman 33 and Mayland 1 Dot.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, and you wanna rank those too?
Yep, I think we should.
Okay, so here's how I feel. I think this is going to be our quote-unquote definitive tier list. I'm going to give a big shout-out to Ruse619, who says on our Discord, if you want to join the Discord, $1 tier on Patreon.
Ruiz?
What?
Ruiz?
Yes.
What is it, Ruiz?
Yes.
It's Spanish.
Ruse.
That's a clever
Man,
ruse.
That's,
Shout out.
that's some Alabama. Right
Wow. Have I ever told you about Josie? Have I told you this story? Okay, so I was sitting at school one day, and I was sitting at the back of the class. I had a friend who was in this like trivia class or whatever, and they were like practicing, and they got a question wrong. And I'm
God
sitting.
forbid.
I know, right?
God
I'm sitting at the
forbid.
back of the class trying to not make any noise, and I say out loud, "No way, Josie." And the whole class stops, and everyone turns and looks at me and goes, "Do you mean Jose?" And I'm like, "Yeah, ha ha ha, Jose." I'd never seen that word written before. No way, Josie.
No way, Jonesy.
Like, the more and more stories I hear and the more and more stupid shit you do, I really start to doubt your education.
I've never seen Jose written out. And I was like, huh, Josie. That's not a common expression I know. Is
Very
someone in the
interesting.
class named Josie? Okay, I have a request for you guys on the podcast. If I give you a small list of characters, we do a rapid fire response as to what you think the best foundation complements their symbols, or what foundations are typically seen with most of them. So I actually want to do a tandem. So my thought
It's like
is
a 1-in-1.
a 1-in-1. As we give our
Tier
tiers,
list.
go around and give a singular foundation and not a brief explanation, if an explanation if needed of why this foundation needs to be in that deck. The more we can stay, quote unquote, away from their support, the better. And if you don't have a Snapfire answer, that's okay. We've got like 45, 50 characters I want to get through. I don't want to do all of standard. I just want to do 2 Bebop, because after that, it is such slim pickings of anything past C tier.
I don't believe that.
There's like 6 characters.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I think every character's seeing up. Almost.
Did you hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Okay. I'll just repeat it so that James and the people at home who were also James can hear. So after Bebop, I think everybody is at least is in C tier.
Oh, okay.
And so it is slim pickings for anybody who's past that, like Vega, Base, and then we could debate and argue for other ones.
Woodman.
right?
I think there's actually a few that can make it to B.
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I would. There are a bunch of characters I would like to discuss.
I would
past
love to
Bebop.
start with the greatest hero of all time, though. All Might. Where's All Might on this tier list? We're going to snake best we can. Michael, what do you think?
I'm gonna give him a B. Right? We're giving grades.
Yep. S to F.
Yeah. Give him a B.
A B.
Yeah. I mean, he's playable while committed. He draws you cards and he pumps.
We're gonna time capsule that just 1 second. I totally agree with it. Here's the list that the grading that Tim gave. Ready? S is not fair, should be banned. A is you would not be surprised if they won a major. B is you would not be surprised if they top 4'd or top 8'd a major. C is you wouldn't be surprised if they top 16'd, and then D so on and so forth. So there's a lot of wiggle room with A, B, and C. And if we want to get even more specific, we could say S is broken. A is they obviously can win a major. B is obviously they can win a PTC. C is they can show up. Because I believe that any character can top at a PTC because of diversity and because of having numbers and blah, blah, blah.
I think they do it just because the game's really balanced right now.
Sure. That's another good reason. So, with that said, you believe All Might is in B. He can win a PTC. He could not win a Nationals or Worlds.
I think that his game plan, like a professional player, will be prepared for like a game plan around requiring how many cards are
in your opponent's hand.
In the hand.
It's like reverse void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a 6-hander. I mean, he's not a 6-hander because he draws.
Yep.
But I mean, he's a 6-hander, so I mean, it's typical like 6-hander issues. Like you just don't see enough cards consistently without seeing an attack to see extra cards. So
I dig that.
Yeah.
I also think his effect is oddly overbalanced, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because he gives speed and damage equal to the number of cards in your opponent's hand.
It's speed or.
Speed or?
Or.
That's even worse.
Yeah. He could have just been speed and damage.
I don't think that. I think that he's still bad.
I think then he tips tips the scale like in Deadlock, to where you're like your opponent's like, I'll keep 5 cards in my hand and block everything, and then like you just can't do that against him, and like that's not really fair, right? Like you don't get to play because he just says I'll give 5/5, and that's just your character. That's no other effect, and I mean like a 9 low for 9 Nutcracker with no other effect is pretty good.
I mean, when we get to sit here and talk about the fact that Ghost Thief Funeral has Fury, and so I play Fatality, I play Ghost Thief Funeral. Did you hold 3 cards on my turn? I built, you built. Then I'll give this thing 3 speed. It's a 9 mid for 6 that's gonna burn you for 3. Like he wears Ghost Thief Funeral so well. I think he's a B. I think he easily wins a PTC.
Yeah, I think he's B.
Card real fast.
Oh, a foundation that isn't his support that he can use effectively?
Yeah.
Can I take a pass for now?
Wandering Pirate.
The Deku Foundation. The draw one if you have no cards in hand, draw another one.
Sure.
Oh, man, I counted that as a support. That's what I would have said.
Well,
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
James.
Is air?
Yeah.
Any of Sasha's support?
Interesting, because of all the Fury stuff. I love it. Moving on to Deku. Midoriya. What do you think? What tier, Travis?
I think as of now he's C or lower.
I agree. That's where I would put him as well. James, any thoughts?
C's about where I'd put him to, yeah.
Ugh. I'd put him at a solid D.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
D for sure?
I just don't think that the character card does enough.
I completely agree. I think he's one of the hardest characters to play in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you go for the reversal plan, it is the only way to play him. And that is just so...
That puts you in such a corner.
It does.
Yeah.
It certainly does.
We said B for...
All Might, yeah.
B for All Might. Are you down for a D for Midoriya?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
James.
Are you down?
Down.
I'm fine with it.
So there has to be an F tier. Like, there has to be.
I don't think there has to be an F tier.
Preferably, in an ideal society, there is an F tier. And
I
this
think
is
you
the
could
society we live in.
It just means that C is F. It crunches the scale.
I think he's still playable. I think.
I totally think he's playable, and I think
I
somebody
think
can go to a
bigger than
PTC
D.
and have a really fun time, and they'll get 9th place, and they'll still have had a blast. I'm putting him in D.
That's fine.
I'm also
D
putting him
for
in D.
dangerous. Think of another character.
Deku. D for Deku.
D for Deku.
I'm just kidding.
Well, it's I for Izuku.
We're going by his hero name.
Yeah,
Not his slave name.
exactly.
Well, I'm
James, give me a foundation for Deku. What's one that matters?
His draw 2,
That's good.
along with his
It's a good card outside of the
solemn
support.
exorcism.
Outside.
Solemn Exorcism? I totally agree. I think that's the right answer. No cards in hand, draw one. I think besides that, I really dig the Meilin enhance pick this foundation up, especially the one that commits my opponent's card. I do not know what those cards are called. Entrusted Protector or something like that?
Trusted Protector.
And
The other one.
the other one, yeah, exactly.
He is good, right?
Yeah.
He does.
Yes, good life order.
I had a card and then I lost it. I'm so sorry.
Under order as well, we get to play the...
Found it.
Go ahead.
New Empress of Netherrealm. To draw
Yeah.
that extra card.
Flip draw card. We get the new Yu Yu Hakusho asset that looks at their hand, I think. I think that has...
Yeah, it has
Psychic Spirit Glass.
Yeah, it has order, void, and all. Which they errated that card to say all copies of the card. So
Mhm.
if they have multiples, they can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Which is what it should have been from the first place.
How do you feel about Bakugo, Travis? Or sorry, James, you get to start. How do you feel about Bakugo?
Definitely like a C right now.
You think C?
Till he gets some more.
He
solid
could not
support.
win a PTC.
I think he can win PTC.
So B then.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think he's in B with All Might. I think the good players of the world, the Kevin Brobergs, would play him and just abuse the shit out of Loser. And then their deck just, like, helps with that game plan.
Hot take.
I think he's a C character.
I don't think Loser's that good.
I think
I
it's a good
also
support
agree.
card.
I think that card and his +2 damage is just trash.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Loser is trash. I do not like the +2 damage card.
I don't like the +2 damage.
It should have
either.
been +2 speed.
Yeah.
But I think Loser is a gimmick. I think it is too cheeky. I think if you build your deck around that card, you're just going to lose.
Well, yeah, but you don't. You build it with it's being a support card. You build your deck just to be good, and then have that card put in work when you need it to. So, like, under Death, he gets to play the Zosselmel action and mill 10 on one of his attacks. Oh, man, did I hit any number of losers? Cool.
Fair.
Did I not? Oh, whatever. That's fine.
I think like the coolest thing you can do with that card is with SRK, right? Shinryukan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put it back on top of your deck.
Yeah, you can stack it and then check it with whatever.
I think that's like the coolest thing
cool.
to do with it.
You can also discard it to Voice of Reason from Yu Yu Hakusho and Prideful Personality and burn them too.
True. So we're down for B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B. I'm also in the C camp.
Yeah, I'm a C.
I think he's just okay Proto Man.
So then just
I-
C.
I don't want Michael's opinion to dictate this whole cast. Because so far we've had 2 Michael picks. I'm down. We can compromise.
We can.
We can reach across the table.
We can put him at
I
a
think
B.
he can win a PTC, and I still think he could be a C tier.
Well, that's not the scale that we're using.
Yeah.
The scale doesn't matter.
The scale doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the scale matter?
Because Azumarill Katarina was a D tier character, and it won a PTC.
Well, that just means that people misvalued the character. It's not the. We have to use the scale on our opinion.
People thought Cassie was garbage until they saw her support.
Just Rob thought Cassie was garbage.
I mean, I didn't think she was that good either, but
I thought she was broken.
I thought she was fine. Anywho,
But anyways, Bakugo.
Bakugo.
I'd be surprised if he won a PTC. That's how I think of the character. I think that his entire kit is very gimmicky.
I think both their kits are entirely gimmicky.
That's the point of demo decks. Anywho, let's jump to Super Skullman 33.
A tier easily.
A tier easily?
Yeah.
I need to relook at this character.
This character's nuts.
Man, this is awkward.
Why is this awkward?
I don't think he's an A tier character.
Let's talk about it.
He's
Oh,
an
okay.
8-hander.
All
not an
all
8-hander.
life.
He is. He gets +1 hand size for every other character on his.
All right. Well, you better draw him because your gauge attacks aren't touching me.
I mean, they will.
Well, I mean, so the game plan against I sit down across from a Super Skullman. My literal only game plan is don't touch me.
So like,
Should be the
I
game
think
plan
that-
always, and it
I
still
think-
happens.
Super Skullman 33. Whose deck is this? Get this garbage out of here. Says you get +1 hand size for each other copy of this card in both staging areas. Form once per turn. Add 1 foundation to the top of your deck. Add 1 of your opponent's foundations or assets to the top of their deck. Enhance. Commit 1 foundation. Choose 1 card in your card pool. That card does not count towards progressive difficulty for the rest of the turn. Rad. So he only has a form because enhance commit doesn't mean anything.
it definitely does.
It doesn't though.
It does.
All right. We are not going to have this argument on the podcast.
Well, Rando's foundation is going to see a lot of play,
I totally agree.
and that's
Inside-
literally what it
inside
does.
of Randa.
No, it's going to see play in other characters too. Cassie gets to play it and abuse the shit out of it.
Sure. So,
Any character with those symbols plays that
sure,
card.
but Cassie then does something with that card, right?
That's fine.
the only way that Super Skullman gets value out of this is if he gets value out of that card he commits.
Wandering Pirate.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm super down. So
He has two
so
Wandering
it
Pirate
says
symbols.
It says enhance commit Wandering Pirate. Then it doesn't say enhance commit a foundation.
It also says enhance commit movie star.
Sure, that foundation has to do something.
Yeah, it's +2 damage. Commit, this gets +2 damage, and it doesn't count towards progressive for the rest of the turn.
All right.
And even then, you're committing for your checks to get +1 for the rest of the turn. You're looking at it very short-sightedly.
Okay. As my 5-hander, I cannot wait to pass a bunch of cards.
He's not always a 5-hander. And plus, he has good, so he gets to play Moon Dance Ritual, which adds more cards to his hand.
Or Affliction.
Or Affliction.
Under all.
Mm-hmm.
I am very
Um,
excited to see this C-tier character do something.
I just think that both of those attacks lose to DR, and if that's your game plan to build your characters off of Affliction or off of Moondance, then you need to look at other means of building your character.
I mean, he also gets to remove whatever DR you have with his form.
I mean,
Under life, you get to
Sometimes.
play Bloodthirst, which just adds a character.
So I'm down. I think the game has sped past this character. I'm excited to be wrong. I'm very excited. I think he is fine. I do not see him in A tier. I don't think he's going to win a major.
if I were to put him like in the 7th cross tier list, I think he'd be the 4th best character.
Okay.
I think Selenka, Torn, and
Tese.
Dejanet are
Wow.
just better than him.
I think Tese's pretty good.
Give me a letter for James.
B, I guess.
You don't have to say B.
You don't have to.
What's,
no one's.
what's your opinion?
I think he's A,
All
but
right,
Okay,
right.
that's what I want to hear.
No one's asking you to compromise.
I think he's A tier easily.
James?
I think he's B.
I think he's a C character.
I also think he's a B tier character. I think that form once per turn, stack one is very good. Stack to confirm your check is way better than whatever. I guess like the only cool thing you can do is Super Skullman 33. You ready? Here, I will concede to you on this point, Travis. You ready? Play an attack, enhance, commit my foundation. It doesn't count. Form, stack that committed foundation on top of my deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down. Under the all symbol, you get to play Artifice Avarice. Red.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care that I drew Artifice Avarices.
He also gets to do really cool things with Nutcracker, adding in Burning with Revenge. Commit, make my Burning with Revenge not count towards progressive. All my attacks get 2 damage for the rest of the turn, and I can
Does
build
it
this down
say-
whenever.
Does it say choose one card?
Choose a card.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm down for B. I don't think he's gonna. I think the game's moved past him. All right, moving on to the next all good in life character, Makoto. I'm so down. If this attack deals 3 or more damage, draw 2 cards as just an enhance. Yo, I'm so fucking down. Holy shit.
That's broken.
It's so good. Anyway, who's the Maylin 1 dot?
Maylin 1 dot.
Fucking what's her symbols? God damn it.
Order, water, void.
Order, water, void?
Yep.
She traded all for
Interesting.
void?
I would actually put both of them in B tier.
Well, you put it in A. You put Super Skullman in A before.
No, I'm talking about
I have
Maylin.
Traction.
Both of the Malins I would put in B tier.
Water and Water Void. He's got Sub-Zero symbols. I'm down.
Keep going.
Wow, we keep
Can't
going.
believe you've done this.
This is good podcasting. So tell me,
Why
tell
did
me why
we
you
not
think?
just look up the name?
Because I don't have a keyboard.
Got him.
Oh, there we did. Okay, cool. Form, discard X cards, draw X cards, only play once per turn. Enhance, check a 4, reveal 2 cards from your hand. If the reveal 2 cards from your hand. If the cards you reveal share a name, this non-throw attack gets +5 damage. +5?
Yeah.
Just a 5-hander with 24 health. Man,
That's
34.
34. I was gonna say.
Sorry, reading across the room. I'm down. I'm super down. This is a B tier character.
I would. Yeah. I would.
I agree.
I would put both of them in B
She
tier, to
gets
be honest.
play.
I think she's B because she's Symphony the Deep, the character.
Yeah.
She
gets to
also
play it.
gets to play Air Ground Smash.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
That
super down.
that is why I
I'll
would
draw
put.
3 ready card. I'll ditch X cards.
Yeah.
Draw X cards.
That is why I would put both of the Malins in B tier because they abuse Air Ground Smash super well.
Both?
Yeah.
You think Malin 2 dot is going to be in B tier?
Yeah. Because she gets to abuse Air Ground Smash really well because like her only issue as a character is she has to see specific things in order to do things.
Yeah.
But drawing 3 off of Air Ground Smash makes that much easier. And your Air Ground Smashes are at least 7 for 7 normally.
I'm going to stop you right there. So she's bad because she doesn't see specific things. And in order for her to see those specific things, she has to see another specific thing.
That's fine.
Did I hear your... Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure that I heard you right.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm super down for B tier. I think form fix my hand is really good.
Yeah.
Form draw kill turn is good. And I'm super down for that. As a 5-hander it kind of blows, but it does say form discard X cards and it's not a first form, right?
Yeah.
I just want to use this to be simpler.
No, it's okay. After this it's just easy scrolling. I don't have to click on shit.
Sorry for the yawn, folks.
I believe in it.
Dude, I tried to give you some attraction.
I meant,
and you didn't want it.
You're right. It's just the angle. Botan. Let's talk about Botan.
I think she's C.
I think she's like a B minus.
I think that she can top a
Do we have B
PTC.
minus on our scale?
We can.
I don't want it.
I think she's a C character because with just how her kit works, she can rip the right cards out of your opponent's hand and win the game off of it.
Yeah.
I also think that she's a C. Because, like, if you look at a character that does something extremely similar, like Skullman 1 dot that was banned, he was banned because he got to draw 2 ditch 1 on every attack and fix his hand. She doesn't get to do that. She's a squishy 6-hander that has 2 semi-relevant abilities.
It was discard 1, draw 2, discard 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a Botan deck that surprises the world. With that said, I do believe it's going to be a C tier deck. I think there's going to be a Botan deck that goes, oh shit, you're playing this character in a way that it's never been played before. Nobody possibly conceived this. Wowzers.
Yeah. 3 sets after Yu Yu Hakusho.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she'll be B 3 sets after Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'm down. I'm super down. What matters for Botan? What does she want?
What card does she like to see? Elimination mode.
Elimination mode is a really sick one. I like that
Void.
answer a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hunt for spiders and dragons.
Damn it.
I think Hunt for spiders and dragons, and not the flip, the response.
Yeah.
It says
heal
that
or burn.
Yeah.
it says more burn or I want to
More
get
life
25
gain.
life.
Blood for blood.
Blood for blood's really good too.
It's one of my favorite cards.
Do you want to take Hunt for spiders? I've got another one.
No. Over the top.
Over the top.
Yeah.
Why?
She inherently wants to play a bunch of attacks and also still build. Because, like, Mop Strike says you draw an additional card, so you're basically a 7-hander off of that card. So, like, you want to be able to play attacks but also build, and Over the Top does both.
Greek fire. All right. We
You
put her
love
at
that card.
C, right?
But that's not a
Yes.
foundation, Tam.
Nah, whatever. I think it's posted at Foundation or Asset. And if not,
Or action.
I'm shopping it in. So, Biako. Biako. Tier.
I'd give him, I want to give him an A, but I'm going to give him a B.
I'd say B as well.
I think he easily can win a PTC.
Yeah.
I think he is way annoying on offense, and just the fact that like your opponent's attacking you. I mean, that's fine. I got 38 life. I'll just mill 3 cards every single time you attack me, and what do you know? I have 30 cards in my discard pile. I'll stack whatever I want, confirm any check, draw any card from my discard pile, flip your entire staging area, and with massive size, I'll give 5 damage.
James, how you feel?
B.
James? Or sorry, the other James?
B.
B. Looks like I don't even have to vote. Put in a B.
I did.
I think a card he really likes is Heaven to Hell.
Heaven to Hell?
Heaven to
yeah,
Hell's
the throw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's rad.
Yep.
That's rad.
If they DR it at all after you use his buff, okay, I'll commit one. Or is that
I
one
think he
flip?
likes Gebreck's throw, the gain 2.
Okay.
The Tombstone Stunner.
Do you think you just
No.
play this character
No.
as like a throw
Oh,
deck?
Yeah.
I think he is the epitome of like a throw
I would
deck.
just play this as a throw life gain deck. Death Valley,
Easy.
that one.
Yeah.
Just life gain.
His foundation that gains life whenever they touch you because you're a
You
5-ender.
get to play Patriot Stance under Earth.
Yeah.
And you get to play Thunderous Roar, which is super
You
nuts.
just get to
card.
play a life character under the Earth symbol.
He A.
A tier.
A tier easily.
I'm gonna give him S because I think this character is gonna get out of control really fast once like Yu Hakusho's been out for a month.
I can see that happening, but I also am putting him just in A.
And so I don't think the character itself will be banned, but I think putting him in the S tier, I think he will get a card banned.
I don't like him peeking at my face down foundations. I think that foundation that he has is annoying, but only because it's a static at any time and my opponent's allowed to look at them anytime they want.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it had the ability, and I've said this on the podcast before, unflip them all, flip them back, I'd be way happier.
Yeah, you did.
And
Man, I don't even actually think that's the worst part of that card. That card says stackable damage bonus whenever you pump speed on every enhanced step.
And he gives speed.
Yeah.
what?
It reads for 2-1 on every attack if you have one of them. Once you get another one, it's 2-2.
So he ever just putting in A?
Yeah.
He's gonna go win a major.
I think he's an easy
Very
A,
easily.
and I think he is on the peak to getting into S.
I think that just because of the symbols he has, he will be A close to getting S just because he has access to reduction. And that card's insane in him.
Yeah.
Plus, he gets to play Bug Zapper, Firefly Gunner. He
Yep.
gets to play the new Surveyor, the Dark Tournament Looms.
Yeah.
Like he has them printing Chaos on him. Like not only totally revamps like the Chaos symbol, but like also gives him like access to some like really rad random support.
Yeah, because like reduction reads +4/+2 when it's in your card
So
pool.
close.
Because you mill 2 with TA for 2 speed and it's giving 2/2 to all your attacks.
Kurama.
C tier.
B.
I forgot that you were a Kurama hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give him an A.
A?
I think he is the perfect defense character. I think he is the one seven-hander that was truly made to defend. He defends perfectly, and he defends like really, really hard. I think he has arguably the best ultra rare in the set.
Yeah, I could definitely
pick
agree
one
with
up?
Michael.
The heal draw.
Yeah, the 4/4 gain 4
So
and pick up something.
the consensus is he's in A tier.
I would agree with that. I played him last night and he
He's at
was
C.
very good.
CAA. That's 3. I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. That's how I feel.
That's fine.
What's something that he wants to play?
Yin and Yang.
Okay.
Chris Platt. It's a sweet reversal. Gains
That is a
gains
sweet
even more health.
reversal.
Kurabara.
Holy cow!
S tier. Very easily.
A tier.
I think I'd put him in like the same boat as like EA. Like he is just like at the peak. I know we're not doing 0.5s and whatnot.
Mhm.
He's easily an A+ character.
Okay.
I know we're not doing pluses.
So
But-
you do not believe that he should be banned?
I think he's really annoying. I currently do not think the character. I'm more worried about his support than the character card.
Okay.
I'm more worried about my opponent. I'll build 3. Oh, I'll pick up these face downs for 3/3. Like I'm more worried about stuff like that, or like even toughest punk to like reduce it and like stuff like that.
Yep.
I think he's the character with the highest possibility to get banned, just because like if they ban him, his support doesn't really do that much in other characters. Like sure there are a few characters that it does stuff in, but it's not such an insane amount. And like plus, the real biggest part about him being a possible S tier character is just him being able to play Air Ground Smash and build it for free. And, like, they're not going to hit that card because it affects way too many characters.
Well, they wouldn't hit it because the card's not broken.
So are we saying A then?
Easy.
Yeah. Right.
Easy,
Yeah.
easy.
I'm down. Rando.
I honestly think he's an S tier character.
I think he's just A.
I think he's A, and if he touches you, I think the game's over.
Touches you once?
Yeah, if he utilizes his form twice, if he even gets his form off twice, I think the game's over.
Interesting.
I think you just get blown out of the water.
Just because of how potent my opponent's attacks are?
Yeah.
I think that
I think only. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that if he ever gets you to desperation, you lose the game. So, like, if he has an dealt with reduction in his card pool, he just wins the game. Because him getting +1 to his checks when he has a reduction for each momentum he has and +1/+1 on everything is just insane. He's probably the best aggro character in the game besides Cassie.
Interesting.
Under Chaos, he gets to play... Jake was playing this pretty nutty deck last night. It was playing Unlimited Blades and Reki and Mekimaru.
That's red.
Yeah, because when the Unlimited Blades leave your card pool, you get to respond Reki and it auto passes on a 5 because you're getting +1 to all your checks.
True.
And then you get his Foundation to shove momentum, you get Fatality, you get Sadistic Ways, you get Firefly Gunner, which he also influences the check on Firefly Gunner to get you more momentum.
Yep.
So
I think Firefly Gunner is going to get banned.
I think it might actually.
Card's fine.
Card is fine.
Yeah, okay. Says the EA player.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Beat me with. Sorry, totally off topic.
My
Beat
deck's
me.
built with that.
Beat
I
me
can't.
with no. Beat me without the Firefly Gunner. See how much
I also
deck.
changed my deck.
See how much damage your deck can actually do without Firefly Gunner.
Okay. As soon as I'm done testing for the BTC. I'm not playing high. Yeah.
Suzaku.
I think it's A easy. I think that there's going to be a super rad combo deck.
Yeah.
That's going to just. I'll jam all these characters in 7/7.
I
I'll jam
think,
all these characters in 7/7.
I think his ultra rare is overspec, to be honest, in a lot of characters.
Nuts.
Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think A.
And I think
Dang.
all his cards are good. Like literally every single card in his kit is good.
My vote does not matter, but I actually think he's like a C tier character. I think everything that
Ugh.
I think everything that you want to do inside of him, you just do with different stuff. But I have 3 experts on my panel.
I think you should be prepared for that character because I think if you go to a PTC, you'll get bopped by him if you're gonna underrate him like that.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Play torn stuff. Yusuke.
I actually
Man.
think Yusuke is S tier. This
Man.
character is absurd.
I actually just think he's B tier.
I have to say B.
B it is.
All right.
Tell me why you think he's S tier.
He gets to block pretty much anything he wants for free. He gets to play Spirit Shotgun on -3 difficulty with +1,000,000 damage.
Mm-hmm.
He has built-in DR because there are a million cards with Spirit in the name. He gets to abuse Guardian of the Spirit Sword, yet another card with Spirit in its name.
I think if we actually play this deck, we might play under life and not death. Just because I get to run 8 Spirit Shotguns.
How do we run 8 Spirit Shotguns?
Because I remove a Spirit Shotgun for +2 damage, and then I play a Tentacle Sphere at the end of my chain.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing
Wowzer.
Yeah.
Mark played him under death the last night. His only loss, I believe, was to the Jake playing Rando. He was just playing like Toguro Brothers, Spirit Gun is nuts in him. Hunt. He just gets to really control your opponent's staging area, and he gets to do it very freely.
I like this character a bunch. I think he is a B tier character because I think he's too narrow to win a PTC. To win a major. I think he does one thing really, really well, and he's gonna accidentally run into Deliverance and feel bad about it. He's gonna run into Kuwabara and feel bad about it. He's gonna run into
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale's hilarious. Flame Aura plus
a Kieran Soul
and feel bad about it.
Or Nightmare Tears, yeah.
And just like accidentally not get there. For the same reason I don't think Scorpion can do it by himself. He has to have Vega in the sideboard. He's got to have the backup.
He's got to have the homie in the pocket.
I love pocket homies.
Are we gonna talk about champ cards?
Sure.
Bear Bryant. Let's speed a little more through these.
A tier.
A tier.
I'd give him B, and I think he wears Skull Barrier perfectly.
He also shows the water symbol with what's his bitch?
Yep. What's his bitch?
Kurama. Yeah.
Yeah. And like precise blows and insane in this character.
A B.
I'm not voting. We had 2 A's.
A it is.
A.
Yeah. Garrett Brett 5 dot.
Solid C tier.
Yeah.
I'd give it C, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this character can do some really cool stuff, and I'd like to see a build top. I can't see it.
I cannot wait for Garrett Brett to do it.
Yeah. If anyone can do it, it's him.
Definitely a Garrett Brett deck.
Yep.
Kevin Broberg 2 dot.
A tier.
B tier.
I think under Evil, he's A.
Yeah.
Just via sheer amount of foundations you have. Or assets.
I'm so excited. I want to play Maze Castle Kevin so bad. So bad.
Under Evil, he has so many good assets.
You are not passing this card.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You get -2, young man.
A or B.
I'll discard this momentum and make this a high. I'll block it.
Yeah.
A or B.
I think he's B.
So BBA.
So BBA, yeah. Mike Hardiman 2 dot.
A.
Tier.
Is he not S?
No.
I don't think he's S.
I
I think he's too narrow to be S.
You've played him. What do you think, Michael?
think he's I really like this character. I think it's a C though.
Wow.
I think
the
that
hot take over here.
I think he is practically unplayable under Earth without Chun-Li support. And I think that his deck is very narrow under all, and it has one game plan, and that is to resolve a Scorch Wheel.
Yep.
And I think the good symbol is just the worst version of the all build.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think this deck's really fun. I think it's really cool.
2 B's and a C. So B tier it is.
Wowzers.
One note before we go on,
By all
actually.
means.
I
Note it up.
think that he might bump up to A with Yu Yu Hakusho just because Rando's Spirit Gun is fucking insane in him.
Under the all symbol?
Yeah. Like, that card is just nuts. It says you get to use this once per turn more than once, and if it has speed and damage, you give it +2/+2 more speed and damage.
I'm down. I dig it. Tim Keefe 2 dot.
Oh, God. S tier. I hate this
B.
character so much.
B tier.
I'd say A tier.
This is
I have to be the deciding vote.
Yeah.
no offense to anybody out there. This is such a potato character, and it is insanely unbalanced.
I'm actually gonna put him in B. I think the only way he skirts up to A. So like looking at Tim in a vacuum, I think he's B because I don't think Chaos and Void does anything. It's only Earth.
Nope. I agree.
And
Yeah.
so if you can prepare for the Earth deck and you get plenty of testing and maybe you make a sideboard that has answers to him, if he truly is a terror, then you should be fine. I do not believe that he is so unbelievably broken. Even if that sideboard is, hey, I'm going to side into a character that doesn't have 19 life. No offense.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Just play against someone who builds 3 foundations against you 2 games in a row, and then the next week when you play them, does the same thing, and then wins off the potatoist card in the game, and that's Dark Kirito.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so there's an issue with Dark Kirito, not
Yeah.
with Tim Keefe 2. Tim Keefe 3, though.
C tier.
C tier.
D tier. This character sucks. As the person who made this.
CCD.
Yeah, CC.
C it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ha.
Yeah, it happens. Play Moondance and stack your Tims. Put Tim 2 on and your deck's nuts. Selinko 1 dot.
S.
A.
Or actually, Selinko 1 dot.
Selinko
A.
1 dot, I'd give B.
So A, B.
Can we just pair the 1 dots and 2 dots together?
Yeah,
please?
I think we should.
I'm down. So Solinka.
Okay, A, easy.
I think she's S.
I think she's just an A.
Why do you
I
think
think
she's?
she's easily beatable.
Why do you? Oh, you think she's easily beatable?
Like, I think every deck is easily beatable. Everything has the ability to line up against each other. Like, I don't think she's just going to go and blow everybody out of the water. Your Solinka deck lost to a Lily.
Oh my god.
Mike, would you like to explain the situation that happened? Because I feel like
He
sure.
got fucked.
Sure. If you guys check out the Femme Fatale tournament,
Campus
part of
Championship.
round 1, well, you see, Solinka went up against Lily that drew into 2 Withering Toxins and removed like 10 foundations from my deck. And with my 6 cards in hand, I had 7 attacks left in my deck, and that was my deck. So I had to tap out to try and kill him, and he had the bang. If he didn't have the bang, he was dead. And so, like, it was rough. It was really, really rough. I think with the correct control pieces that this character has a really hard time winning. And so that's why I would only give it A. I think its best card is Moon Dance Ritual, and that card is easily beatable.
So my logic behind it is that deck obviously won Rockford.
I mean, Asmov Catarina won a PTC too. Are we putting that in S? Or?
I mean, it won the biggest PTC though.
Yeah, so.
A&K did not win the biggest PTC.
Yeah, so.
There's a big difference.
It's not.
There is.
PTC's a PTC.
There is something to be said about having a mini major. There were 70 people there, and there were not there. It was not a free event.
No.
Yeah.
Your event was free.
I don't think
The
it was free.
second best player there was me, and
It
I
was
only
you. We had.
and I lost due to a
Mason
technicality.
was there.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I went
I'm
up.
way better
I
than
played 4 different spikes.
you're right. You're right.
I had to go undefeated.
But
versus
We're
4
saying
different
Solinka's
spikes.
in S because Travis.
Other than that, so for what she does, she can just blow you up on turn 2 because of the fact that A, Moondance is a card, B, she gets to control your staging area by removing attacks, which fuels Tech Sphere, which fuels Martial Banana, which fuels the Ken Foundation that flips for speed equal to the number of attacks you have removed. She is really, really, really hard to deal with. She also has access to Dark Side of Karma. She has an insane defense with Kirin Soul because of the sheer amount of characters that she has stacked at any given moment.
Yep.
And the fact that card's just oaf with minus 1,000,000 speed in her. The fact that you can build it off of Moondance.
She gets to abuse Alurophobia.
She gets to abuse Alurophobia very well. Her reversal is nuts. It gets 1,000,000 speed for no reason.
And it says redraw your hand.
Yep.
And deadlock.
Yep. And
I think her support is very, very good.
yeah. And she also gets to block for free, essentially, with Solinka 1 stacked. Like, the pitch of momentum for your attacks to get -2, mine to get +2 is nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's actually just insane.
I could agree with that.
I still think she's just A though.
If the A's win it,
Yeah.
Dejanet.
S.
A.
I think she's A.
I think she's S with Suzuku's support. I think you're going to play an evil deck. You're going to play these fatalities. You're going to play the rando card that gives you free momentum. You're going to play Suzuku's 7 diff, and your opponent's just going to scoop.
I actually agree with that. If you can survive long enough to see 3 characters in your discard pile, and you resolve the enhance, add all your characters from discard pile to your character, and your opponent has to burn 5 every time that they play a card, you're just going to win.
Which is very easy.
I think that's
already the game plan though.
But it's not
easy.
If you look back at how many evil Dejanets have you fought?
I haven't fought a single Dejan. I fought your Dejan.
Yeah. So my Dejanet
played
deck
against 3.
wanted to do this, and it had to get into. I had to cycle at least twice in order to get there.
Yeah.
I cycled once, and then I was like, okay, now I can play the game.
Yeah.
I've sculpted 3 Nutcrackers, cracker.
That was
and that's how my deck had to work.
that's the
as-
issue with Dejanet. She just has to play a long game.
Every evil deck now is playing sadistic ways to try and keep themselves alive and slowly burn you down for 1, maybe 2. And this thing just says, if I pass this on a 7, which with Dejanet 2, if I've built one in with a different gauge deck, I get to confirm my check. Oh, I checked a 5, I'll tap my 2, I'll add all these in.
Mm-hmm.
Paying 5 to play any card is very, very tough.
And then you have the rando card to just get 2 momentum for no reason.
Yep.
And you still have to deal with Quan Chi's Fortress.
And you still have to deal with Quan Chi's Fortress. I think this character easily is an S tier once this comes out.
I think there's still outs to it.
There's outs to every deck, right?
Yeah.
But
just don't get touched.
But
Don't get touched.
I feel
Ancestral
like
Quiver,
Ancestral Quiver
Clash
or
of Colossals,
revoke, right?
Revoke.
You have to revoke that enhance, which means that you're playing very specific symbols.
She also can. She can't stop revoke.
And she gets blown out by Natali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
She loses to Natali 3-dot.
Okay.
I'll respond to Discard Momentum. No, I'll respond to Discard Momentum.
Ha
Eugenia.
Sad. It's a sad D.
See.
It's a
D.
sad D world.
D.
I
I wanted this character to be so good.
I-
She just isn't.
I will ignore you guys for the next 5 seconds after I say this. I think the 2-dot could have had the same stats as her and been fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I agree. There was no reason for that character to be a 1/1.
If we
only
put it at a 720, right? She's a 720.
Yep.
Yeah.
We put the cat at a 720. I think it is a B. I think it can win a PTC, and I think it'll have a hard time winning a major.
Yep.
I think that they were silly for printing the cat as a 1/1.
Joffrey.
A.
I B. B.
Oh.
I have to give him B because I feel like he has such a rough time in the early game. Like I've watched a couple Jeffries play. I've played against a couple Jeffries, and without opening his really sweet 4-diff that gives -2 to his gauge rating and +2 to the stun rating, or is that a 5?
It's a 5.
Crusader's Oath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without seeing a Crusader's Oath, the only time that the only time I've seen Jeffrey actually have
Lucky.
characters is building them from his hand.
Totally.
And I
So-
think that is such an egg.
So, I actually take that back. I think he's A tier. And here's why.
He gets
So-
a Sozoku's attack.
So, I mean, yeah. Under order, he gets Suzaku support, which is very good in him. Underwater, he gets Ice Dragon Seiryu, which says you get to lock your opponent out for multiple turns at a time.
You're not wrong.
I think this character, now that my vote matters, I think we put him in B, correct?
We
Or
put him
A?
in A because he
Well,
changed his answer to A.
I said A
Right.
because I think with
I think
7th
he's-
Cross, with
You.
Yu he gets very good.
I think he's a C tier character. As
I
funny as that
agree.
is. I think
I agree.
Flash once per turn is not good enough.
I think getting to play
I
that
mean, Quickman had
and
it.
having 4 high Cs.
Melina has that ability.
Yeah.
And Quickman had it.
Totally.
If Melina could play 4 high Cs, I think she'd be better.
Okay.
But why wasn't Quickman played?
My
though?
issue is like the good part of Melina is +2 to the check, and
Quickman's
the good part of Melina is discard a card. It's not the Flash. The Flash is a panic button, right?
Yeah.
And this is a panic button for
Don't
him.
touch me.
Please, no, stop. And then you die to the other ones because his freeze is just too inconsistent. I think if we can make that more consistent, I think if he wasn't your turn, I think if he got to commit and freeze on my opponent's turn, I'd be super down.
I think that he gets very oppressive when you factor in what he's getting in Yu Yu Hakusho.
I think a lot of characters are oppressive
Well, yeah, but
with Yu.
he gets to kind of
It's gonna be a fun set.
he gets to sit behind this wall and just like time walk you when he wants to really kill you.
Yep.
So
Underwater we get Fiddlesticks.
underwater you get Krita, you get Fiddlesticks, Krita for Ice Dragon Seiryu, stun 5, freeze all of them. Sick. You're gonna build? Okay, I'll do it again. All right, I'm just gonna keep building. Oh.
Remy.
C.
Sorry, Tyler. I have to give her a C. I think she's too gimmicky with the whole character looping. I think you automatically lose to Bang, and I think you automatically lose to the Ken card that locks a card in your staging
I
area.
think you automatically lose Suspicious of Mr. X.
That's much more of a niche card than the other ones.
I
But
think I'd actually put her in B. I think we haven't tested with fire at all yet, and I think
personally or amongst the community?
amongst just in Omaha,
Okay.
I don't think anyone's tested with fire yet, and I think removing her ultra rare and then having a bunch of other value attacks and playing a tech sphere and saying, okay, I'll copy Coffee Samba 3 times. I'll copy Missile Launcher 3 times. Because you can do that.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. but we haven't tested it, so we wouldn't know.
I just think she has big time 5-hander issues. Like you just have to see attacks that draw you cards.
James,
I said C already.
do you have an opinion on the character?
Oh, I think she's too limited. I think like you would need to play 4 blueprints. As much as you hate that card, Tam.
Taysay.
Solid B tier.
I think he could. Hey man, I think he could top a PTC. I think.
Do you think he could win?
He might even have a chance to win a PTC if he doesn't get sacked by his buddy that rode with him.
I'll agree to this statement.
Do you agree with that after Answer Grandma rotates? Do you think the Suzuki card?
I think this deck under order is unplayable.
Huh.
But I know James will beg to differ.
I think after the set, I think actually he's like a C tier character.
And that's where I'd put him.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
I think with Aaron, he's a B tier.
For sure.
I put him at D personally.
I only have to block 1 real attack.
I think he loses too much for being an 8-hander.
I think it rewards the right player.
When he works, he works.
Yeah.
I mean,
he reminds me a lot of Heidi. When he works, he works.
Actually, wait.
When he doesn't work, yikes.
Actually, I'd say beer. I'd say B.
Beer.
B. I would say B tier because of the fact he just got an attack that he can give gauge 1 and is a throw but isn't a throw.
Shotgun?
Yeah. He gets to give shotgun gauge 1, and it 99.9% of the time that card is sticking for 1 damage or more.
Well, and he also gets lightning torture from Suzaku.
Yeah.
To say, I'll give this gauge 1.
But like
then
under
I'll
death,
gauge 4.
he gets to play just a consistent defense and just like, oh man, I'll be a shotgun deck as an 8-hander. Woo.
Yeah.
Total loose.
Don't think he's here.
I think this is A tier character. Easy money.
I think B.
I'd say B.
You are insane. Both of you. I'm so biased.
I actually think he's an A tier. And I don't think the mad combo deck that you're playing is the way to play him. I think you play him just a little differently. I think you actually utilize the 2 dots minus to the check a little more.
Yeah.
And you figure that shit out.
Well, maybe if Ryan Pham doesn't nerf my character, then maybe my -1 on all your checks matters. Although I think the deck is super fun under Evil. I have not tried it under Earth still, but
Rad Zolt.
Solid C tier.
C.
In the right environment, I'd give him a B. If you imagine, we're Travis in a world where 1s and 2s don't exist, I think he is a B to A character solely for the covert intent and Ovipositor loop.
Oh, when you don't see ones, when you don't check 1s and 2s.
Right. If
they just don't exist.
Right. 1s and 2s don't exist. Every card checks a 3 or a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Travis logic.
So you're me. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Double down on those 1s and 2s.
Really fucking funny.
I think he's a B character.
You're not playing enough 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
Double that shit.
Exactly.
I think Covert Ovipositor is the way to play him, and I think that is a B deck, and you just cross your fingers and hope not to check that.
I mean, that's the only way to play him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can I sidebar this?
Sure.
Real fast.
Yeah, man.
What should we play Covert in Devora?
I don't see why not.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll clear 4 Ovipositors in a P shooter if it didn't kill you, and then I'll draw a 5, and then I'll play this Ovipositor. I'll play this Ovipositor. I'll play this Ovipositor. Oh, I checked bad? Huh, good thing I drew these 5 cards. I'll discard a couple cards to make sure it passes.
Quit getting me so erect.
No.
We're going to go ahead and take a small break. We're about halfway through the standard sets that I want to talk about for a word from our sponsors.
Woo.
I just want to remind you guys that this episode is brought to you by Cards Custom Build. If you like nerdy costumes or props or other nerd memorabilia, go out to Cards Custom Build out on Facebook. You can also find them on Etsy. And I've got a deal for you guys. If you mention the fact that you saw me on the podcast, this is actually my dad. And he said that he'd give any UFS crew, any UFS watchers $5 off of their order if you come and say that you supported the show. So any of the cool costumes that you've seen, like you see up on screen right now of me as Scorpion or me as Dr. Wily, that was all made as Card's custom build. Plus, here's some of his other stuff that he's done. He's an incredible builder, and he takes requests. So the next major, maybe somebody wants to come dress up as a My Hero character. Reach out to Card's Custom Builds out on Facebook or Etsy, and he'd love to get back to you. So with that, back to the show. All right, so thank you very much, Card's Custom Build.
Yep.
Grow.
A tier.
A tier?
A tier.
I'd playing him under Death, I'd give him a B. His kill turns are really rad. I think he only has one effect, and I think he has a hard time seeing cards. I think he is a real six-hander with issues.
So B tier it is.
I mean, yeah,
Can
you're
you
right.
fix your mic for me?
What?
I want you to aim it at your face.
I guess.
There you go.
I think underwater he's A, but people aren't playing him underwater because they're playing Zhenghua, and that's it.
I think the water deck that you made lost a lot when it lost the if your thing got a speed bonus, give it a damage bonus.
I actually don't think it lost a lot because I think the way I was playing that deck, I felt like I needed to see that card when in reality, I could have just made my attack lineup a little bit better and it wouldn't have needed the card. In fact, I think that deck was actually running too many assets.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think that deck was real sloppy.
Yeah. If I worked on it more, I think it would be very easily A tier.
Ivy.
A.
A. 2 keyword attacks are good.
A.
A?
This character just never dies, man. Just
Except when she does.
she,
Yeah.
she never dies. Okay, and even then, you're playing an hour and a half match. You have to earn that W, okay? It's not just given to you.
She does make you work very hard for what you do.
Very, very, very hard. And
She does make me hard.
She confirms checks. She gains life. She draws cards. I think she's an A character. I would not be surprised if she won a major.
Yep.
I just don't think that anyone's playing her. I don't see what character people are playing over her. I just don't think anybody's playing her.
I think it's really because of the personal play style thing. I don't think there are a lot of players that actually can play the way Ivy wants people to play.
Not even you can. You suck.
I mean,
What?
I
played that character on
oh,
teams.
yeah.
Yeah, you sucked.
No, I did fine.
Right.
My deck was sick.
You should probably take it to the doctor.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
played some Guardian Slashers. I don't know if it deals. I'll pick it back. I'll get it back later.
Maybe.
yeah. I think she's A.
I think her having 2 Fiddlesticks symbols is just going to make the throw deck really just a way lamer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll attack with this Syndicate target. All Fiddlesticks.
Yep, Syndicate target.
Or it's not Syndicate target. Sorry, Syndicate Slice. All Fiddlesticks and put this attack on top of my deck. Your move, asshole.
And like,
I'll gain 2 and draw. Oh, did you block it? I'll draw.
yeah, and like, yeah, like Wind Embrace is super nice. It burns them. It heals us, and then it's gonna deal damage. It's gonna heal us again. And we'll draw a card.
Hey, you know what else she gets to do? She gets to play Reduction because that card has 2 or less keywords.
Killick.
Solid C tier.
D.
D.
D it is.
D for dangerous.
In before Spear Gun makes us a B tier character. In before Killick wins a PTC because he moonset and spirit guns and hyper bombs and just nukes your staging area and gets to play a bunch of free cards.
I wouldn't even play Spirit Gun. It doesn't have safe. You don't get to lift it.
It does though.
It does?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's range safe.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
then it's better, I guess.
So you're just like, I'll play Killick. I'll blow up that foundation. I'll smack you. I'll lift it with Killick. I'll play this gun. I'll blow up that foundation. I'll kill you and pick it back up. I'll spirit gun and blow that. Bop, bop, bop.
Bang, bang,
My
bang.
palms are
Just
sweating.
like-
I'm still getting headshots.
just every turn, play the card, lift it, play the card, lift it, and then from like keep it in your hand, play other cards. Insane. Every turn, blow up 2 and threaten 4 mid for 6.
I mean, at that point,
Yeah.
why aren't you just playing Jetta under death?
Because Killick gets to lift this card over and over and over again. They can't respond and play the reversal. They like I actually think that this character auto loses to Dejanette, but the strings that I was playing versus Ermac were actually nutty.
I don't know.
They
I think
actually were very good.
I think you lose to more than just that.
Yeah,
I think you have a hard time against Akuma, and any deck playing Fade has a great matchup against
totally.
you.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think any character that can build fast.
There are tons
Faster
of
than-
silver bullets.
Yeah.
Tons of silver bullets for
And that's
him.
why I think he's a D character.
I think he's so like the way I've always seen Killick is if he draws the nuts and you stumble a little bit, then he's a very good character. But if he didn't draw the nuts, which it's kind of hard to do as a 5-hander, he just
Watch
loses.
What do we put him as?
Put him at D because
D
they
it
both
is.
said D.
Sounds good. Mitsurugi.
Solid C tier.
See,
Man, I almost want to reach for B
D.
because of your sweet list.
D.
but I think he's C.
D.
I think he is perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think
not
it's a little
really-
too balanced.
Not really as all things should be, but
It was for the meme, James.
Hey, we have a deck list. Look at that. Nightmare.
Hey,
solid C.
I just want to say I respect you for skipping Maxi.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Look at Max.
I think Nightmare is going to be a B character.
Yep.
He gets New Surveyor, and he gets Gembu's a flying
Yeah.
head barrage.
You mean
And-
Genbu's flying spear?
Yeah.
Because that's what that
And
card
that-
is.
that
Hit him with a headbutt.
That is 10 unblockable damage, unless you want me to hit you up with another multiple.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that I think every Nightmare deck will happily play that one check in their deck.
I mean, he also gets to play Life Force Thread, which is a 4 mid for 10. Throw. If you block it, it comes back to my hand. If you don't, I get a momentum.
I think that this is the sleeper character post UU.
Yep.
I think this is the sleeper character. I think this is the time. If you have ever, anybody listening, if you have ever thought about making a Nightmare deck in your life, now is the time. Now that UU is
I
coming
mean,
out.
Shane Duckworth already has a list for it. Shout outs to him. I watched him play that deck, and that deck looks nuts. It just looks nuts.
Yep, and you have access to plenty of good foundations from across all the sets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So where do we put him?
I wasn't paying attention. So
I said
Okay.
B.
I
B.
said B.
B it
I wouldn't be
is.
surprised if you wanted PTC.
James, how do you feel about Siegfried?
B.
Yeah.
D. I think he has way too much counterplay.
Wow.
I think he's mediocre.
Wow.
I don't know. I think that he's similar to Ivy in the fact that he just doesn't.
Definitely meant C and not B.
Well, he
So we have
A tie,
B, C, and D. S tier. Ban him. Hi. I'm the tiebreaker, so sorry, guys.
damn
Ban him.
ban him.
What were you saying?
So I think he's similar to the fact of Ivy, where like a lot of the times he just like sits behind a wall and just doesn't die. And I think that people aren't playing him because he plays that way. Similar to Ivy, where that play style takes a lot out of you.
I just think he's easily countered.
I just think that his entire kit is poorly designed.
He gets shut off by anybody that knows how to play the game correctly.
I agree.
You need to give me a letter.
I am gonna put him at C.
All right.
I think, and here's my justification not to put him at D. I think it is very possible to accidentally lose to Siegfried with throws and Mexican Typhoon.
Yep.
And I think it is totally possible to build a bunch of foundations face up. His attacks not do anything, and then when you decide to go on your kill turn, just flip all these cards anyways. Who cares? That's how I had to beat him with Jackie. I had to cycle once before I beat him as Jackie Briggs because all of my attacks did printed damage minus 2. And I was like, this poked you, this poked you, this poked you. All right, send this last one. Oh, you want to reduce it? I'll flip this card. It does 1,000.
Yep.
It didn't block it. Sorry, man. Looping box is cool though. Sophia.
A.
I think
B.
she's easy B. I think she is the control character. Like, okay, all right. She's not the control.
We haven't
sorry,
gotten Jetta yet.
I forgot we talked about Dejanette. But I think she's just better Jeffrey. She's
Oh, I can see that.
she's a Jeffrey that commits more often and more free, I'd say.
I agree wholeheartedly. James, what are you thinking?
I said B already.
Okay, I didn't hear you. I wasn't paying attention.
So I say A just because Spirit Gun seems insane in her under life. It's a 7 mid for 6 that pops one of their foundations. If you block it, you're going to commit another one. She also gets to play his reversal punch that says the next one gets -3. And it's going to deal less than printed, so you're going to get to commit one of their foundations.
Yeah. I dig it. Taki.
C.
It's a sad C.
I'd say B. I think she's insane with Rando Spirit Gun. Under 2 symbols.
Think
Do you
she
get to
has
do once per turn enhances or once per turn responses?
Once per turn, anything.
Wow. Okay.
Once per turn abilities on your character are playable more than up to another time this turn. So she gets to clear a card pool twice and draw 2 cards.
I just think her kit is really poor, like really weak.
I also
Outside
don't
of
think getting to use that twice is going to matter.
I
I don't think you'll get to use it twice.
I think if they, I think like the way that you block Taki is you block early, and then you block late, right? You can't.
you block early to block late.
right?
Yeah.
And so him saying that we get to clear our card pool again,
Yeah.
and do everything over
And
again. I
Spirit-
think that's super worth it.
And Spirit Gun, if you find a way to give it a singular damage, it is a 9 mid for 8 in her.
I do like her effect that gives speed, but
Yeah.
I just think her kit is really lackluster, and I think she has to rely on a lot of.
I just don't think her ability
She has
is
to
that
rely on
good.
a lot of other kits to get value.
So the cool card that I want to give a shout out to is the Akuma card, that flips an attack after it resolves.
Mhm.
So they play their attack, you give it minus speed,
Yeah.
and after it resolves, you flip it, and so they play their next attack, and it's still the only attack in their card pool, and so you give it another minus speed, right? Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That's cool.
I mean, you can also do that with your own attack.
Correct. Yeah. You
so
could do it with
Yeah, flip your own attack. Oh, man, it's not the
But
only attack in my
You
card
don't
pool.
want to flip your only attack because you're playing Fog Blanket.
Sure.
Maybe.
But I mean, maybe I'm
I know.
not, right?
Maybe I'm
Zhang Hua.
Spirit Gunning them.
A.
What's X? I'm gonna give it to you.
A.
X is an A.
A.
Not S.
No.
I don't think she's S.
I mean, what
I
what
think
what has
she's
she
an-
won?
I think she's an S if Kevin can write a deck list. I think if I love you, Kevin.
Wow.
I love you, buddy.
Shots fired.
Solid rip.
Pew pew. No, I think the character is easily A.
Tam used Spirit Gun. It was super effective.
See ya, Space Cowboy.
Yoshimitsu.
B.
S tier.
Is that
think
biased?
No.
Because you're playing it at Omaha.
No.
I think he's B for now
It's good to know.
until someone comes out with a really really rad list.
I think weapons have and always will be nuts as long as Steel Res exists. I think that he got even more support in Yu Yu Hakusho. I think Mop Strike is absolutely absurd in him.
You cannot build into deadlock against that card.
Well, that's Ore Strike. I'm
Oh,
talking about her
okay,
Fortif.
Okay.
Because her Fortif says, oh man, I drew 2 cards. Well, now I'm going to loot, and I'm going to fix my hand even better. And it's a 4 high for 7 in him.
Yeah, I mean he draws cards, he confirms checks, and he gives stats.
And like
he's a good character.
And it fucks
I
up
think
your
he-
opponent's hand.
Yeah.
Because like they want to hold a lot of high blocks against you because you're playing Yoshimitsu. So you're just like, stop it. Stop holding high blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't see him at A solely because pre UU he didn't top Rockford. He wasn't highly represented there. Shout outs
I didn't put him at A specifically because of,
to Tyler.
despite how much I like him as a 9-hander,
Asterisks.
he doesn't do shit. Ever. Like, he draws 9 cards and doesn't do anything.
Sometimes, yeah, and I definitely agree.
Like, sometimes he goes off. Sometimes you get 4 steel res. Everything checks well. You're getting 3/3 to everything.
Yeah,
and
then
then
you drop a 12-12 face splitter, and your opponent's just dead.
And then most of the time, though, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He draws 9 cards and builds because
That's what he can do.
Can't kill you.
I mean, that is in fact why I'm playing the Yoshimitsu list that I'm playing. Because it takes his one flaw and turns it into a strength.
Zasalamel.
Solid B tier.
See,
Because Sprague's gone, right?
no.
Oh.
I think this character is just C tier.
I don't want to grade this character. I don't know, a C, I guess.
I think this character is better in Quan Chi than him as a character.
I think a decent amount of characters are better in Quan Chi than.
You're not wrong.
I don't know.
Why were you the highest? Why do you think it's a B?
Because I think Withering Toxin's nuts in him.
Yeah, I do.
It
and
is.
I think that card can replace Sprigio.
It is.
I think you play that card as a 4 of.
Well, yeah.
I also think that you just lose to like arguably the worst character from Soul Calibur, and that's Killick.
Yeah.
And you get blown out by Shenhua because literally all her support is safe. And a lot of characters like
And
to play
she wants you to block.
Shenhua stuff.
She's like, please block. Do it. Come on.
I think he's just a little too gimmicky to win a PTC.
By that same status, why did we put Kurama all the way up at 8? All the way up at A?
No, because Kurama can play real offense.
He
Yeah.
can't.
No,
he
he-
has roll reversals.
What?
That
That
doesn't
doesn't matter. That literally does not
Reversal
matter.
has a static that says you can't play it on your turn, guys.
Oh, dang
Yeah.
it.
Come
Dang
on.
it. That's why they always play on my turn.
I was
Not a single
literally-
reversal character's
I
won
w-
anything.
I was playing against Jake on this rando deck at LWGO Tuesday, and I turn 2'd him with his Ultra Rare because his Ultra Rare is fucking nuts. A 30 life character got turn 2'd.
As well.
Solid. I mean, 30,
C.
30's not that much.
I think
Yeah, solid
he's a
C.
very gimmicky middle character.
I think you see.
It's okay, buddy.
I mean, I think
okay.
that
Now give him a kiss.
I think that I have to.
Almost kiss.
If I want this character to be any higher than C tier, I have to find a better deck than what I was playing. I think it was unoptimized
I
at
think you just
best.
play less attacks.
Oh, Crash Man, that character's S tier.
Because like I think under Chaos, which the Chaos deck that I was playing was already really good when I had it built. He gets Surveyor on an action, so. And I can
Yellow
still
Devil.
I can still off fiddle
A tier.
or I can still off symbol
S
fiddlesticks.
tier even.
Akuma.
S.
2 dot.
S.
A
Yes. His kid is degenerate and he has access to too many degenerate cards. I am so heavily biased, but this character is so unfair to play against.
His nut draws make him feel like he's the most busted character in the entire history of this game.
You actually just can't. You just like have to. You just. You have to just sit there and like
they don't want to hear that.
his good hands. You have to sit there and take it. You literally can't do anything.
Chun-Li.
B tier.
C.
See,
See ya, Chun-Li.
Um,
Wouldn't want to
be
be ya,
ya.
Chun-Li.
Also,
A,
she's
That's a lot of bad jokes.
she just relies on the kick keyword too much.
The kick, punch, fury.
Yeah, she relies on keywords too much.
she could have just said commit to give your attack +3 speed, and she would have been a fine character.
I actually don't know about that. I think there's a lot. I think there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not positive I want to give 3 speed by committing a card.
Well, I mean, Gil gives 3 speed for free, so
Hey,
Yeah.
good segue, Gil.
Yeah,
Solid B.
A.
A.
I think he's a amazing control character. I think he only gets blown out by a few attacks because for whatever reason, Jasko just decided this attack can fit 5 keywords on it. Let's throw him on there.
This baby could fit so many keywords on
Yeah, like he's not prepared to face Nutcracker. He's not prepared to face Pea Shooter. He's not prepared to face Fog Blanket. There's just so many random cards with tons and tons of keywords that he's not ready for.
Got that keyword spaghetti.
He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care because he'll just play his own attack with 2 keywords, get 3 speed, and gain some life. And then, what do you know? You played a card. I'm a 7-hander.
Under life, he's just like he is so lame, but there are a lot of decks that just fold to him under life that are in our current meta right now.
Yeah, Jay-Z says it right, man. You know, I want to be forever young.
Jetta 2 dot.
A.
Oh, my God.
A.
I refuse to talk about this.
Solid A it is. Let's move
I
on.
think this character is unfair.
Why do you put him in A?
He's just
And
really
not
good.
S, you son of a bitch.
Free DR, and with the cards that he has access to, just consistent staging area. Destruction.
Jetta is just advantage the character.
And he has 1 extra effect that he shouldn't have had. He should not have had 3 effects.
He is literally just advantage the character. I think under Chaos, he's going to be nutty with Rando's Spirit Gun.
And Surveyor.
He gets to reuse his once per turn.
if they don't have one.
That's fine. There are plenty of ways to make your opponent discard a momentum.
How many of them are under a chaos?
B.
Ancestral Quiver.
Solid.
I think this character relies too much on just a little bit of RNG to win a major, but I think he can easily win a PTC.
I agree with
Also
that.
B.
Yeah.
I actually think he's a C tier character. Well, no, it's.
I'm just kidding.
It is the fact of that RNG. I think
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Yeah.
I think he's.
But
Once again, he's too narrow.
I think he just he sees enough cards to where I think it's like one of those consistent combo decks. But I do think it's rough sometimes.
Lilith 2 dot.
I think
A
she's
tier.
A. I think she's A. She turns off lots of attacks, lots and lots of attacks, and then this is big. You deal with it. My Kimbo is huge, man. It's freaking huge.
Very huge.
Lord Raptor 2 dot.
S.
A.
I think this is an A tier character that is not a potato character by any means. It is not anything like Tim Keefe 2 dot or like Dark Chirito, the most potato card to ever exist in any card game. This character is fine, and if it wasn't for him, the flash mechanic would have died after Red Horizon.
What? Miska's a fine deck.
And that came out in Red Horizon, so I'm still right.
He got you there.
Why just A, Travis?
I don't know. The only times I've ever actually been scared of Raptor was when I was playing a deck with shaky defense. So like when I was playing Jeddah, I just didn't care about Raptor at all. The Death Jeddah deck just had good blocks. So like if you have good base blocks combined with decent responses that actually deal with him, whoop-de-doo-dah. They can't really do as much as they could.
And you have such a limited access to
Yeah.
the real flash attacks, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to play 4 of each
You
card from this kit.
play this lineup and you don't play anything else basically.
I said this on the Best Damn Deck that is coming out next week to YouTube. It should be live to Patreon already. For Yusuke, I think the thing about Yusuke is that he is a fanboy deck. He's going to play nothing but his support for 80% of the deck, and then it's the last 20% that you get to be flavorful with. Lord Raptor's the same way. You play 80% of his kit, and then the last 20% is your flavor.
But I just don't think that Lord Raptor has an option.
Yusuke doesn't either.
No, Yusuke definitely has options.
He has. You could just ignore
You
the
could
spirit effect, and it could just be
You just play
every
an
so
entire deck with
there-
no flash,
and
too.
just and every so often
There-
you could trigger the spirit effect. But like Lord Raptor's just relies on his kit way too much.
I'm not going to do the spirit effect. I'm just going to play Spike 1.
So there are a lot of good cards under those symbols with spirit in the name.
Hey, we're talking about Lord Raptor. I don't care.
Well, I mean, he brought up Yusuke.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I think they both play their own kits.
Yeah, definitely. I think Lord Raptor's kit's 30 times better.
Well, is that why you think he's an S tier? It's just his personal.
No,
kit's
I
just so
think
good?
he gets to play defense with all things Game Breaker 2. With Chainsaw Music, you get to stack your hand.
God, that card is so bad.
I don't think any of Raptor's kit compares to Spirit Shotgun in the slightest.
I think you're entirely wrong because he gets to totally abuse Death Hurricane.
That's
I
fine.
think-
That card's
and
not better
almost-
than Spirit
And
Shotgun.
almost nothing counters Raptor.
I think
That's not
that Healed by Shaman
What
and
counters
Spirit
that?
Shotgun are on the same level. I think Healed by Shaman is just that insane.
Who by Shaman?
Command,
Also
add,
Yeah.
a card.
command
And-
add a card.
Yeah,
And
that's
this is a really big non-throw.
Yeah.
I think those cards are on the same level.
Yeah.
I think Raptor's kit is very good.
Morgan 2 dot.
I think she's a B character.
C tier.
I just don't think people play her. I think she is a cooler, not better, but I think she's a cooler Cassie.
Interesting.
I think that she is C tier just because of the fact that she forces you to play and build your deck a certain way, and the way that she wants you to build your deck, there's not a lot of support for. So like she wants you to play good cards with good block mods that also have a good check, and there just aren't a lot of them. So like the best examples are like the Spike 06. That's like one of the best things that she can do.
Under life.
Under life, good is I don't even really know what like good block mods and checks they have. Like I can't think of outside of her own support. There's not like a 6-1 or a 6-0. Evil. I mean, it's evil. She just hacks their check, I guess.
Donovan.
B.
Yeah, I think he's a B.
B.
I like this character. I think he's very rewarding to play. And
Yeah.
I think he does the just right amount of defense.
Elena.
B.
B.
B with Kubar support for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
I think that's her only playable symbol post Yu Yu Hakusho.
Cassie Cage.
A.
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 For sure.
Yeah, A.
I wouldn't consider Scrying 3 S tier. It's a very good effect.
Well,
Don't get me wrong, but
so just like a lot of these characters that I've mentioned it for, I actually think Rando's Spirit Gun is nuts in her. Absolutely absurd in her.
I read your mind, Travis.
Yeah.
Not that hard to read.
Yeah. Hey, look.
It's just yelling Rando's Spirit Gun.
Hey, look, another character
And
that
if-
gets to abuse Rando's Spirit
And if
Gun.
it's not a rando spirit, is it 4 damage?
Yes. It is
No fucking way.
It is a 5 for
Oh,
4.
God.
No fucking
Stop it.
way.
It is a 5 for 4.
Stop it.
I am like 99.9% sure it is a 5 for 4.
All right, I'm gonna
Tam's just under the table like, oh.
I'm gonna Google some shit as we talk about Devora.
I think she's B. I think she can win
I-
a PDC.
C.
I think the right player will hold the correct blocks and beat her at a major.
Yeah. I think she's B.
I think she's a C
and
tier. She's
then
way too small.
Without revoke, bang, just end your turn.
I agree.
I think to take a paragraph from Garrett Brett's page he wrote the other day, if your character loses to bang, you should get a better deck.
Is it a 5 for 4?
It's a 5 for 5.
God damn it. Well, whatever.
It's a 5 for 5.
That's fine.
It's my least,
Drop it to C tier.
it's my least favorite ultra rare in the set. Now, thanks, Travis.
Thanks.
Ermac.
C tier.
C
C?
tier.
I think he relies on keeping both of you in the early game just too much, to where a 7-hander will outbuild him and gain advantage. I think he can be B if he sees a Dragon Tongue every single turn. I think he's an easy C, though. I could see him topping. Not winning, but I could see him topping for the flavor.
Aaron Black.
C.
C.
I'm on B. I'm on the B train for sure, totally unbiased. I think all low deck is super cool. I think overfloating, or I think flooding a zone is super good. And yeah, he has chaos.
You can play Rando Spirit Gun.
We
play Rando Spirit Gun.
dude. And
Hit that once per
dude,
turn.
and
Shove
under,
those 2 in.
and under chaos, we get to play face of a monster, and that says not every single one of our attacks is a low.
Wait, is his a once per turn? I thought he had to commit himself to shove the
Enhance
2.
once per turn.
No, he doesn't have to commit.
Originally, he said commit.
Okay.
Because I played a demo deck against Shane, and he was definitely played Aaron Black and committed him. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, oh, he used to do that.
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, I think it's cool. I wish it wasn't an enhance. I wish it was a form.
That's cool.
If it was a form,
I think that would have
made
easily
it better.
bumped him to B.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to play my attack with +2 difficulty to build 2 momentum.
Goro.
A.
S.
I think you get blown out by Dejanet, and I think you get blown out by Fatality.
I think you just fucking killed Dejanet.
Maybe.
I think you just smacked that hoe.
I mean,
You just smacked
maybe.
her up.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So
Right?
Dejanet, it is all dependent on does
So
Dejanet.
Dejanet loses Dark Chirito.
Yep. Does Dejanet.
I mean, so
Okay, yeah.
most
Sorry,
potato
I
car.
forgot. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Goro's S tier, but if you take away Dark Chirito, he's a D tier character. I totally forgot. Byakko is actually just a better character. The only difference is that Byakko doesn't get to pick up the potatoist card in the game every single turn.
counterpoint to that.
Dark Chirito to swallow your soul. I guess you're just dead, faggot.
So
Sorry, guys.
I think
Hey, my deck's sick. Okay?
I think
Okay, yeah.
Dejanet
Take
has
it to
to
the doctor.
play the Akuma card. She just has to.
The Akuma card.
The flip after this attack resolves, flip it.
Oh, yeah.
It says fuck Dark Kirito.
Yep.
So you play that card, you run into Goro.
That card.
You just, oh, I'm looking for this card. Oh, I found it. Well, I guess I can play the game.
Hey, you can play that in Melina.
Yeah, I don't play potato cards. All right, and that's why I play Jurassic Jungle and Lord Raptor.
Yeah.
Because, oh, what's that, Dark Kirito? You don't do anything anymore? That's cool.
I think Goro's S tier because he's just a deck builder stream.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Jackie Briggs.
A.
B. I don't see her winning a major. I think without Bang, you get blown up by a pit, and all your attacks are just normal attacks.
Actually, yeah, I'll agree with Michael on this one. She hasn't done anything recently.
The
Or
most
like-
she's done is Jake got top 8, I believe, at Worlds.
Did
She-
she get past top 16?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she did one thing and hasn't done anything since.
Johnny Cage.
B.
She also
C.
just won a PTC up in Canada. I'm just saying.
B.
C.
See,
I think it's really sweet that you get to build whatever foundation from your discard pile. I think that's the only relevant text on that character.
Katana.
I think she's A.
B.
What?
It's
You clear any attack that's not Dark Kirito. Her kit is amazing. And she says Ghost Thieves and 8 mid for 7. Yeah, block that, you casual.
I think she's like a B tier.
And she has access to a lot of
What
good
was yours?
support.
I said B.
Okay.
She has access to a lot of support. I just think she has 6-hander issues, and that's it. I think that's Katana's only.
I mean,
issue.
I love
think-
Peyton.
I think that she is Dejanette if Dejanette was a 6-hander. And didn't have Spell Circle.
And couldn't use her ability more than once.
Yeah. So,
What are you talking about?
Worse
I can pay
than
1 life on
Dejanette.
all my attacks.
Kotokan.
A.
I think he is a B character.
A.
I think that people will be prepared for the once per turn throw.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I almost played against Chris Smith at Rockford, and then someone promised a repair wasn't going to happen, and then a repair happened, so I didn't get to play against Chris Smith, and I was actually heartbroken.
Was that the round where you had to play me
Yeah,
instead?
yeah.
Ah, damn.
Dude, it was super sweet.
You got cucked by a
It was super
repair.
sweet. It was
Damn
super,
it.
super sweet.
I
man.
mean, there are multiple things I can say about this character and why he is very good. Moonset's a card. Under life, you get to play both Moonset and you get to play Spirit Shotgun
Holy shit.
and Spirit Gun.
where's
Holy
Rando's Spirit Gun? Do we get to play that under Evil?
Hell yeah, we do.
Yes, we definitely. Oh, God.
And we get the once per turn again. Whoa,
That's
daddy.
disgusting. That is actually disturbing.
Yo, dude, I just broke Kodokan. Chris Smith. Yo, dude, hit me up.
Like,
So the cool thing about this character is actually the kin card coming out that says if it hits
Repa?
you, if it hits you, draw
Yeah.
back to your hand size. or
Kazuri
whatever.
Repa. That card's good. It has order, right?
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's,
and then
that's
we
good.
get to play Overheal Crush and give that throw.
So what did we decide?
I think he
I said
he
A.
wins PTCs easily.
We said A, yeah.
Kung Jin.
Solid B tier.
Ah, man.
I think this character is the cookie cutter A tier character. He does what he does, and he does it very well. And he has a panic button to press if he ever needs it.
Or just go Super Saiyan and kills you.
Like,
Sacks you, but
I built 3 on turn 1. I'd add these 2 in. Dark Kirito. All right. Let's dome you for a bit, huh?
Well, I guess you just lose.
I guess he's S tier because he gets to play Dark Kirito. What was everybody's lettering?
I said A.
I didn't vote.
Give me a letter.
It doesn't matter.
Give me a letter.
B, C.
Give me a letter then.
What do you think?
I said B, so B A C.
I think he's B tier.
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang 2 dot.
Solid C tier.
2 dot. I
thi-
think it's a D.
I think he's B with Kurama support.
Nope.
Why not?
Response twice per turn after you play a combo ability.
I think that makes him a D character.
If it
that's fine.
said twice per turn after you play a combo attack, I'd be down. But it's this combo
like it used to.
Like it used to. I think you leave that twice per turn where it is, and you make the commit discard X cards. I think discard X cards was an issue on everything. But after you play a combo ability means that you have to fill your deck with truly relevant combos, and it's not good.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
So what are we going? I said C.
I guess I'll say C.
Yeah, I said D.
I also said D, but my vote does not matter until the tiebreaker.
Yep.
Melina.
I think she's a C character because I think she could have 24 life.
Whoa.
I think that she's B.
I was also going to say B.
I think that she does more damage to herself than the opponent will do to you.
For sure.
I think that with Rando Spirit Gun, she just kills people on turn 2.
Yes, Rando Spirit Gun.
Like, the
Hey,
fact...
Tyler, can we have a count for every time
They
Travis said
Don't do that.
Rando Spirit Gun?
They ruled it to where characters with the static that say each ability on this card is playable once per turn, all of those effects are counted as once per turn for Rando Spirit Gun.
Yeah.
Meaning you can make them discard 2, you can give your next check +4, you can give an attack +4 speed.
Well, you can't.
Sure. You can do it separately.
Yeah.
So you can say this attack
Can't use
gets...
the abilities twice.
You can say this
Over the
attack...
course of the turn.
Yeah, you can say that this attack gets 2 speed and my next check gets +2.
Because, hey, given +4 to the next check and +4 speed of this thing is much cooler than +2/+2 and +2/+2.
I actually don't know about that.
Quan Chi 2 dot.
Solid B tier.
A tier.
I think in a perfect world he's an A tier. If he sees the right characters, I think he could win a major. But I think he is other character dependent, so I'd have to give him a B. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he won a PTC.
You would?
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't?
I would not be surprised.
I think that under Evil, he gets a lot of free self-mill and gets to see all of his pieces very quickly and efficiently. And I think the character lineup that he runs is very insane in our meta.
Yeah, and he's bald, so he
You
shines.
said B, right?
Just
Yeah,
like,
B for bald.
I
Yeah.
played the deck, and it was very
That
good.
makes sense.
Raiden 1 dot.
C.
I have a cool idea in my head that makes me think of him as B, but I'm saying C.
I'd say C because why aren't we just playing Killick? I guess.
I think he's better than Killick.
I think he's way better than Killick.
Yeah.
I want, if we had more moonsets, I would have a Raiden deck together at this moment. I think Raiden is so fucking cool. I think he's a
I love his
very cool
artwork.
character.
Can we have a food for Quan Chi tier?
No. Not saying that he's not bad in Quan Chi, because obviously he is. But the Destroy One Foundation at the top card of your deck, your momentum, insane. Destroy One Foundation, your opponent has to play a Foundation as their next form or pass. Gross. Like if they're not playing Fire, All Life, Void. If they're not playing Folktale, if they're not playing Hunt, if they're not playing Petrol Power, like this actually is just Breaker 1 for me destroying a committed foundation. And then enhance if I got 6 or fewer foundations, already up to 3 of them.
They banned Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah, like that's so good. We now have a symbol that says enhance, commit, draw 1 card. So I can enhance, commit, draw a card, ready it back up, enhance, commit, draw a card on a separate attack.
Mm-hmm.
I am not entertained. This character can't play Dark Cherrytoe.
This
On to Reptile.
This character can certainly play the fuck out of Kalyuga and Moonset though.
Why aren't we just playing Killick?
because Raiden gets to, after I check shitty on my whatever, I'll just enhance and ready these fucking foundations back.
I mean-
and slam the next one down.
Why-
Oh man.
Why worry about checking shitty when you have -3 to your attack?
Does
Easy.
that does the Ryu 10 uppercut have
Air?
Does
Yeah.
it have order?
No,
Okay.
it has,
It has air, which is sweet. That means we don't
Air-
even have to use Raidens once per turn.
air all good.
Okay, I'm down. Sure, B. B for not as bald as Quan Chi.
He has hair. He's got like lots of hair. Look at his white
What
hair.
was yours?
Quan Chi?
What was your letter, Travis?
I say C.
I think he's a B tier character.
I'd give him B.
Your opinion doesn't matter,
I know.
Tam.
Well, I said B.
Your
Reptile.
opinion does.
Reptile.
Solid B tier.
C. Man. I think he's very easily played around, and some of the best attacks in the game right now are mid.
I'd have to give I could see him winning a major. I'd have to give him an A.
You can see Reptile winning a major.
Yeah.
Yo.
I think he has access to a lot of good cards.
I get
Hey,
to vote
Tam.
now.
You get to vote.
I'm
vote
gonna
matters.
I'm gonna put him at I'm gonna put him at a B because I would be pleasantly surprised if he won a major. I would not be pleasantly surprised if he won a PTC. I'd be like, yeah, I get that. Sublimating Blade is insane. Like, I get it. I understand that. But like, if he won nationals, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, I didn't know he could do that. I'm down. I'm so down.
Nah.
Also,
Not surprised.
Also, fuck this character.
Yep, and that is why I'm not surprised. Right, exactly. Like if it wasn't for like Wishing Ward or a few other cards like that, it'd be very, very hard to play around.
Scorpion 1 dot.
A tier.
I think Scorpion 2 dot is A tier, and I think Scorpion 1 dot is F tier.
I agree. Moving on.
Well, this is
what do
one
you think?
dot.
Right, he's making a joke.
I think
Yeah, that's why he said F.
I don't know.
Travis, pretend I'm not in the room.
For Frank.
You won't upset me. It's okay to call him B tier.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think I actually think he's B tier.
What was your, what
We're
was your
being
actual
we're being
ranking?
honest. All
Yeah.
right. I think this is a C tier character because this deck relies too much on the desperation mechanic.
Tam, you get to vote.
I think this character is definitely at
tier.
minimum B, but I have to give it A. Like I think this character can just accidentally kill you, and I think because
And he
I'm
did get second place at the biggest PTC.
he
of the
did
year.
get second place
Yeah.
at the biggest PTC,
But
and
I mean, you
apparently
know-
that means something, right, buddy?
Yeah, he lost to the best deck,
I mean,
obviously.
Kuwabara wasn't at that PTC, and Kuwabara says, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Scorpion is going to text Kurabara and ask him for a coffee date. That's what. Commit a foundation now, asshole.
He's a 5-hander. He'll play his entire. He don't care.
That's fine. I'll cards in hand. All right, I'll smack you with all of these. I'll gain this momentum.
So
Then I'll kill you.
I
But
actually
just have a
think
desperation.
I actually think the way Kua beats you is he just plays his entire hand and says,
I'll
"Okay,
pass.
you're gonna play a coffee samba. That's fine. You can
Dang.
stun to me. Give me 2 cards."
He wouldn't do that.
Oh,
you
you
wouldn't.
wouldn't
You wouldn't
give him-
draw.
It so sucks that my From Hell is just the worst card in the world versus this character, huh?
I mean,
I'll
once
blow up that. Hey, take 11, asshole.
once you put him to desperation, he just lifts a block. So
But like, sure.
like if you do that,
Anywho,
just lift a block.
apparently we're gonna put him at. I'm okay with putting him at B tier. Although I believe
You said A, so
I believe he could go win a major. Sub-Zero.
B.
B.
C.
I think he's going to be nuts with Ice Dragon.
Yeah. It says don't block my Ice
Fuck,
Dragon.
I thought he was about to say Rando's Spirit.
Rando's motherfucking spirit gun, my dudes. Yeah, I think Ice Dragon's gonna make this character very, very good. Takeda.
C.
I think he's D outside of the little gimmick he has.
I think he's B.
This is an F tier character.
Tam, you got to give me a letter. B, C, or D.
That's what I'm saying. Like
B, C, or D?
D.
Yeah, you have to-
D
with,
for sure.
With,
D for sure.
With his infinite gimmick, he's a D.
I don't know. I think he can do things without the infinite gimmick. Like he now.
So help me if you say Rando's
No.
Spirit gun.
He
gets the
doesn't-
loop loser.
No, that doesn't even do anything. He's not Bakugo. James, what are you thinking?
He can put loser the fuck on the top of his deck. All right, would you listen to the man?
Uh,
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not a loser.
So-
okay.
He gets to off symbol Kurama's ultra rare, which is actually absurd.
That's fair.
Mill Kurama's ultra rare, copy the enhance,
You're not wrong.
+4, +4,
Yeah.
+4, +4, I'll gain 8.
No, you're not wrong. You're correct.
He also gets to do that on an SRK reversal, and he gets to stack Thunder Punch as well, which says discard 2 cards. This will get +X, where X is the control of the cards you discarded on your turn.
Shinnok.
A.
A.
Easy peasy.
B.
He got third at Worlds.
I actually think he might be S tier with Toguro Brothers. He just
Fuck that.
you don't get to interact with him.
Yo, next, dude. Hey, guess who else gets to use Rando's Spear Gun?
Just
For
Fuck
the
it, why
meme.
not?
For the meme.
I mean, we do get to play reduction in this deck.
Yeah,
Reduction.
you just play Reduction
Reduce.
Desperation deck and then kill them. That's literally what Mark has built right now, if I remember correctly.
Asimov
B tier.
and Katarina.
C tier.
I have to give them a C tier because I'd be surprised if they won a PTC that was more than 20 people.
They
The
might.
PTC I won, I believe, had 23 people.
Yeah,
Listen.
well, guess what? You're James
Fro-
Stevens,
fro-
okay? You're
fro-
not a potato.
Damn
You
right.
might play Goro, and you might use Dark Chirito, the most potato card in the entire game, but that doesn't make you the potato.
I think
sick.
I think the meta has changed too much for them to be a B tier character like they were. I think that when you did well at Worlds with them, they were a B tier character. But
I mean, they have a 12 for 10 for a free 12 for 10.
that's fine.
I'm not afraid.
Decks aren't
What's the
scared of
zone?
that.
It's okay. I'm not scared of like half the things you guys named.
Edward and Ein.
Solid
C.
B.
B.
B?
Yeah.
This is the only character not to have done anything in
Yeah,
the.
I'd give it a C.
This character sucks.
I'm the new kid on the block, and I've played against this deck a couple times, and I haven't been scared once.
This character sucks. It's a good thing I don't get to vote.
Yep.
Faye.
Solid B tier.
I'd give her a B with the new Chaos support coming out. And her having access to new Surveyor that draws a card.
and sadistic ways.
Me and Travis are about to agree on something.
I think I wouldn't
You
put
guys about
her.
to say A?
I wouldn't put her at A right away.
Yeah.
I think she's an easy B though, and I wouldn't be surprised if she top forward at Worlds or Nationals.
I'd say A. I think she gets to abuse the shit out of future poolside date under Chaos. It doesn't matter, off symbol that shit. You get to play
That didn't do anything against Donovan.
Yeah, I love that I was one Firefly Gunner off from killing you
Yep.
that entire game. Yep.
Oh, man.
Hey, don't suck.
I think if in the hierarchy, because I also believe that she is an A, I believe in the hierarchy, if we had the 0.5s, which I don't recommend we do,
Oh, I put her
Yeah.
B plus.
I
if we had
believe that
pluses and
Hiei is an A plus and she is standard A. I think she
Yep.
is. If you want to play a cool Hiei deck and don't want to fight diversity or whatever, you could like make this pseudo Fey deck.
Yeah.
Using all of his support,
see
using
that.
And then-
using, like they do the same thing except she's a little more random when it comes to
Yeah.
having non-blocks.
And then when you want to side, you just side out the future pool sides and whatever other random
it.
shit you're playing.
keep them. I mill two on all my attacks.
That is true.
Yeah, and sometimes you just open 3 Guild Seekers and beat the number 1 seed or number 2 seed Mike Hardiman deck. Sometimes that happens.
And then sometimes you lose to Scorpion, that B tier character. Jet.
A tier.
B.
Keywords are nuts.
Keywords are nuts. James Stevens, 2019.
I think he's B.
I think the most broken keyword's Flash right now, but
Who this character does not touch at all.
yeah.
I was surprised that he topped at Dallas, even though it was 23
It's 30
people.
30 players.
30. I was surprised. I think this deck is very pilot dependent. I'd
Tier.
have to give it a C personally.
CBA. What are you giving it, Tam?
I'm giving it a B. I think it's going to win a PTC again. I believe it can totally win a PTC.
Yeah.
PTC again. Mad Perot.
Solid B tier.
B with Suzaku support.
B with just Moon.
Anything.
I'll play this 7 diff and on my attack throw unblockable.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, because I mean he mills himself,
He does.
Mill yourself on
and then
on every attack and then accidentally get the 7 diff and you're like,
and
I
you get
win.
You
I
get to
think-
play 2 Suzaku cards, one that says Scry 5, add an attack or a character, and then you have an attack or another foundation that just says send a character from your
Yeah.
discard pile to your
I
from
mean,
deck to discard.
I also think that he gets to, along with that, he can very easily turn 2, turn 3 the 7 diff because he has access to Early Awakening, which just says, oh, I'm going to mill the shit out of myself. Oh, I have 3 Early Awakenings in my discard pile. I'll build 3 for free.
Under
Evil.
evil. Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
Spike 1 dot.
B.
A. Spike has and always will be Spike. He does things very well. He is a very generic character that just does good things.
I'd give him a B. I think he plays the game of UniVersus very well.
Spike 2 dot.
B.
I think this character has crazy combo potential. I think this character is an A character.
Does he get to play Rando Spirit Gun?
It's just twice per turn, not once per turn. So
Damn it.
we're fucked there.
I think he's C.
C.
Yeah.
I just think he has rad combos.
What's your letter?
I already gave it.
What is it?
I don't know. Why don't you check the tapes, James? It's an
A.
A.
A? Tan
Yeah.
pick, CBA.
I think he could. I think if he doesn't get hand cannoned, I think he could just dirtle his opponent to death.
I think he dies to a bunch of things.
I mean,
every character.
every
dies to a
7-hander
bunch of
does that.
things.
Well,
He's a
he's a 6-hander,
He's
but
a
I
six-
think
628.
The other one's a 7.
he dies to not only your opponent being better on offense than you, but being better on defense than you. Like, he just doesn't have any built-in defense whatsoever.
Man, it's almost like the game of UniVersus. If my opponent plays better defense and better offense, they're gonna win.
Which there are a lot of characters that do that.
Well, yeah.
There are a lot of B-tier characters that do that, and
There's
he
a
is
lot
not
of
one of them.
C-tier characters that do that. Every character in the game can do that.
Uh-huh.
I think this character is a B tier character. I do not believe that he's going to be winning worlds anymore. But if he came in and he had a good bracket and snuck up and won a PTC, I'd say good on you, Spike.
Get on.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
See you later. Twinkle Murdoch 2 dot.
C tier.
D.
D.
We can't play safe attacks, so that means we don't have access to moonset, and we're very gimmick dependent. More than likely.
We don't have access to Moonset.
She is...
We don't have access to Dragon Flare. That's what fucking matters.
It is what fucking. Well, like you just play Tech Sphere.
Yeah.
She was unplayable as soon as they made her her add 2 momentum a commit cost.
And not make her once per game play ball committed.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, that just made her so bad.
Vicious.
Solid B tier.
B.
I'd say
I would also say A. I think this character has not lost anything.
It's not that he's lost anything. I just don't think he's gotten enough as other characters.
A. I mean, I actually don't think that's true because he got all of Byaku's support.
Look at this. Look at this man. He's got all, and he's got evil.
And he's got Earth.
He's got Rando Spirit
Rando
Cut.
Dude,
Spirit Cut.
Literally, I get all 3 of his symbols. All 3 of his symbols are good. You can play a vicious deck under all 3 symbols.
Yeah.
I feel
And
the
I
same way
think-
as Michael.
I think it could easily win a PTC, right? And I think it could do well at a major. I just don't see it winning a major. I think there are better decks than it.
Like, I don't think anything made it better. Like, he got cooler new support and whatnot. But I don't think it, like, jumped him up a
We don't
thing.
have a single character in S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
I was
okay?
going to see
So-
if we can go through all the characters real fast.
No, there's 1,000 more characters.
Yeah, as long as we just don't give
You ready?
explanations. After
Will you give me a singular character from any set afterwards, and we'll rank them? All right. So we can do 4 more characters. Is that fair?
But we have all these
Yes.
characters.
I do
Why
not
just
have,
make it-
I do not have time to do that, and I will
Michael.
go last.
James, give me a character that you would like to rank.
Eva.
Nice
Solid B tier.
C.
B.
I'd give her a B.
I think the infinite is not good enough.
I don't
I
think
think you
Yeah,
can
I
work
don't
she gets
without
to
it.
play a missile
I
launcher,
yeah I don't
coffee samba.
I don't think you even play the infinite anymore, to be honest. I
Oh,
think
you-
she's better under evil.
No, you still can play the infinite. Under Eva,
I mean, you
but
can, but it's a lot more contrived.
It's not. You just remove 8. And if you hit them both, you hit them both.
Travis, who's the character?
Plant Man.
Solid B tier.
I also think B.
Agree.
I don't know. C, I guess. I don't know. He just feels kind of weak sometimes. I mean, like, the rampage of momentum, that's real rad until you go up against Jeddah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there is.
I'm
He
gonna
counters a lot.
I'm gonna pick Vega.
Solid B.
I give him B.
I think he's B, slowly breaching A tier. I think that Vega will never not benefit from things that are printed under his symbols.
I just don't think Vega will ever win a major.
I agree. I think he needs help. Which is where like I'm
Scorpion in the side.
which,
comes in.
which is where I'm okay with like I think those two as a tag team is so fucking good. I think Scorpion gets pushed to A when Vega is his parachute.
I think,
and that's why I'm okay with him being B tier.
yeah,
I think by himself he doesn't get.
Vega is good in a lot of sideboards. I would put Vega in my Vicious sideboard if I was playing Evil. I would put Vega in my Rando sideboard if I was playing under Evil. There are just a lot of good Evil characters that I could put Vega in the sideboard and be like, I can side into this sometimes.
Yeah. Who's your character, Michael?
I'm gonna pick Heidi.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Solid B.
C.
What's your...
I want to be the tiebreaker.
She cannot win a major. She cannot win a PTC. C.
Yeah.
She is not consistent enough.
You'll get blown out by any deck that plays decent offense.
You'll accidentally not see your pieces enough. Don't put all the fucking mechs. The mechs don't count. But get rid of those.
Well, neither does Eugenia 2-Dot.
Okay. Well, I didn't want you to put those up there anyway. Okay. So can we spin this around? Because I got one more small. No. They don't
Wrong
need to
spin.
see. We're gonna.
Oh, you mean for you?
Yeah,
guys.
for us. Okay. So we're not going to go through the list because you just heard all of our thoughts. But here's the last thing I'm going to do, okay? Or sorry, two more things. Number one, pick a character on this list. Pick a character out of A, and you have to move them up to S. We're not physically moving them, but give me a reason why you believe that they are the best character in the game. Because we did not pick an S. Give me who's the best damn deck.
Lord Raptor.
Individuals picked S. I'd pick Akuma because the games he wins, they are free and unchallenged.
I would say Slinka.
Lord Raptor.
Nice. I did all my work, Tim.
Goro, because he gets to pick up any answer that he absolutely needs to. He plays a dual puzzle every time that he plays. The only way that he loses is...
And my Goro deck is sick.
He gets rushed down faster than his +4 damage can happen. If he, on turn 2, does not draw a singular attack, he will lose.
Yeah. The reason why I think I could bump Slinka up to S is because A, Slinka 2 does not say non-throw, meaning Spirit Shotgun, not that it mattered, because it's already a non-throw throw. Makes them blow up a foundation. Spirit Gun is nuts in her. Guilt Seeker is insane in her.
The death, so like Rando Spirit Gun, right?
Nope.
That
Ah,
doesn't
damn.
have death.
So close.
I actually don't know his symbols. I was making
all
guesses
evil
on all
chaos?
stuff.
It's all evil chaos, yeah.
Yeah.
And under fire, obviously, she's nuts.
She's been proven.
Tag Sphere.
I
She's
actually
been
didn't
proven.
know- I don't know Rando symbols.
Why Lord Raptor?
Oh, just I think he's the best deck in the game right now. Just infinitely better than a lot of things. You don't get to interact on his turn. He gets to do all the interaction on your turn. His tools are better than your tools.
Here is my last thing that we get to do. You ready? And this one we are going to move. You get to take one character, undisputed, move them one tier wherever you want.
But not to S.
But not to S, yeah. Nobody gets to be an S because we had our 4 picks.
Oh.
Okay. Everybody go. Give me somebody.
See the list, so I'll go last.
I will move.
Barrett is in B tier.
I will move Yusuke to A.
I'm going to move Yusuke back to B.
No.
Hey, you didn't say those were against the rules. I will
I
move.
thought the joke was funny.
It was a good joke.
It
In
was
my head,
good.
those were the rules, but I guess I didn't say them.
I'm moving Asimov and Katarina to B.
You fucking fanboy.
I'll move Asimov and Katarina back to C.
You already made your vote.
I'll put Byakko at A. I think he's an A-tier character.
Solid.
Up on screen, hopefully, we have our final list.
I'll try to see if I can get this fixed. I might just, I wonder if I delete this, will it be, since we didn't use S. See if I can fit it all into one. Sort of.
Kind of.
Dig it.
You can scroll up a little still.
Thank you very much for
There we go.
watching this episode of Study Hall. This was a long
blast.
one. This is a
I'm
blast.
This
gonna
was good.
recreate this. I'm going to take a picture of it, get a screenshot of this, and then I'm going to make my own tier list.
Yeah.
'Cause fuck you guys.
You should have us do that as well.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I can
should be able to say this
confidently
as a
say we all had
so.
fun making it.
I didn't get to vote very much.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't
we didn't
tuck
do all the
yourself,
characters.
Tam.
And I'm glad we didn't do all the characters.
Yeah.
Well, you
Boy, those are a lot of characters.
Yeah.
To get out of here nice and quick, please go to Patreon if you want to support the content. We've got a bunch of random cool stuff coming out.
check out the cool campus championships.
And
pretty sick.
with that, stay learned.
Get learned.
Been learned.
Goodbye, everybody.